design 2 students at the end of their first year to get them discuss the portfolio policy with them. Last week, you may have heard about this at USF. We gave the same presentation. I gave the same presentation for those that are interested in getting admitted to the program. And so this is kind of just, it's a rehash, but it's what I give my upper students, I should say upper students, but the second design students, design 2 students, before they go for the portfolio review. So it's not really geared towards students coming into the program, but I'm going to try to do that for you. So it's kind of, this is our policy. Basically, we have 3 levels of entry. One is our 3 levels of portfolio review. The first is entry into the program. We review your portfolios. Years ago, when we first started the program, before we actually had this 2-year program where students come in with this, a 2-year degree, students had a 4-year bachelor's degree. At that point, the portfolio wasn't as critical because we weren't requiring the portfolio as a kind of a gateway to help us make determinations for admissions. Now the portfolio is pretty much one of the most important aspects of getting into the program. It wasn't that way years ago, but it's gotten so competitive. For example, we have 200 students that apply to our program. We let 45 in. So it's very competitive. The good news for you guys, usually the St. Pete people usually have some of the strongest portfolios and the strongest work. Robert already mentioned that. So not only is it usually easier for them to get into our program, but it's also, they do very well once they're here because you've been prepared to excel in our program. So this particular presentation, or this particular portfolio I'm discussing today, has to do with different levels. One is we have one at this level where there's samples of creative work. It used to be somebody could write poetry, and we would look at their poetry. Now we don't do that anymore because we're looking specifically at kind of design work that you're doing. But it used to be any kind of creative work was in the portfolio. We have admissions to second levels for entry into our advanced studio. So after you take design 1, 2, and 3, there's another portfolio review. And we'll look at your work from the first 3 studios, design 1 and 2. Then there's another portfolio review before you go into thesis. So the portfolio becomes very important. And then also, I don't know if I have it on here, the next level, you have a portfolio review when you go get a job. Usually they're going to look at your portfolio. So the portfolio becomes a very important device, tool that we use as architects, as students of architecture, and as architects to communicate our work. I won't go all through this. This is kind of the more technical stuff.